Hi folks, FloridaMan here. Today I'm devoting a video to going over the Juggernaut, which is, as far as I'm concerned, probably the single most popular alliance in diplomacy. The number of times Russia and Turkey have allied probably fluctuates depending on local trends in the hobby, but as others have pointed out, Russia and Turkey allying just makes a lot of sense for both players. It tends to feel safer and more secure for a lot of players than allying with Austria, although I'm frankly not sure I agree with that conclusion, but for that reason, it's a matter of strategic interest to the viewers of this channel, how this alliance works, what the pros and cons of this alliance are, how long it typically lasts, and whom it benefits most in execution. The Juggernaut Alliance is fairly straightforward as a concept. Russia and Turkey, the two easternmost powers, ally together and crush everything to their west, starting with Austria and ending with one of the two Juggernaut players winning, or the two of them drawing with France or England. Richard Sharp, in his overview of the Juggernaut Alliance, suggested that it had once been formidable, but the problem is that Austria's cries for help are heard sympathetically around the map, and people will come together to face the Juggernaut. But in my experience, that's not true. It's really not any kind of a consistent issue, at least. Certainly, Italy is likely to pitch in on the Austrian side if the Italian player knows what's good for him, but Italy can frequently be persuaded to hasten his own demise by helping kill Austria. Even assuming that Italy and Austria don't fight, that doesn't guarantee that Italy will help Austria rather than going west or north on an adventure, because most players in Italian shoes recognize that facing a Juggernaut does not usually come with great prospects for Italian gain. And even assuming Italy fights aggressively to help Austria and beat back the Turks, there's not much he can do against Russia. With good teamwork and solid tactical play, I think the Juggernaut should slowly gain ground. Elsewhere, I don't tend to see a lot of early action against the Juggernaut. The reason why is that the Western Triple Alliance is the only way for the West to take concerted action against Russia early on. If England wants to take action against Russia on his own, France and Germany will probably invade England. If Germany wants to take Russia on, France and England will probably invade Germany. Even if England and Germany are both very worried about the Juggernaut, France has very little motivation to cooperate with them against Russia, because he has nothing to gain. If a Western Triple does emerge, however, that is the most effective counter to the Juggernaut. Unfortunately for Italy, that's also the most effective way to ensure Italy is defeated. And all of this is assuming no deception is employed at any point. It is hard to disguise a Juggernaut, but if you manage to do so, it can potentially be even more dangerous, because in that case there will probably be no Western Triple, and Italy might not have done anything useful for Austria either. All of this is to say that the biggest pro of the Juggernaut is that it's extremely effective, and the biggest con is that it's difficult to hide. And indeed, I've rarely seen it stay hidden for long, and people sometimes even call it out where it does not exist. The Juggernaut also has the benefit of being a potentially game-long alliance, because once Turkey and Russia are united, as long as they negotiate the distribution of centers and creation of DMZs competently, there's no particular reason why one should be exceptionally vulnerable to a stab by the other. Compare the Juggernaut Alliance with the Austrian-Russian Alliance, where whoever controls Romania has a unit right next to one of the other allies' home centers, which presents a constant potential worry. All that said, the Juggernaut does frequently break up. The reason why the Juggernaut will frequently not go the distance is that the primary beneficiary in a well-run Juggernaut alliance is Russia, and Turkey is a distant second place as far as beneficiaries go. With the alliance helping Russia much more than Turkey most of the time, there's an incentive for Turkey to turn on Russia if Turkey can subdue Italy before Russia can defeat Germany. At the same time, there's also the Russian incentive to quickly take Germany out, or find a way to stonewall any Russian attackers, and then stab Turkey to get within striking range of the solo. So the Juggernaut frequently takes one or both partners to a good place out of the gate, but the gains are asymmetrical, which makes the alliance somewhat unstable. The third big winner in the Juggernaut tends to be France, because the Juggernaut can very effectively attack everyone else, including England, but by the time it starts getting close to France, both Turkey and Russia will either be eyeing solo or trying to figure out ways to prevent each other from soloing and reach a draw. Practically speaking, France tends to be the third partner in a draw with the Juggernaut, if the Juggernaut lasts, more often than England or Germany. Even if it does not last, Russian power will weaken Germany and England, France's natural rivals in the West, and Turkish power weakens Italy, which is France's other natural enemy. The biggest loser in the event of the Juggernaut is Austria, naturally. If the Juggernaut comes into existence, Austria rarely survives its formation, even if the rest of the board rallies to help Austria, which is by no means guaranteed. The next biggest losers are Germany and Italy, though what order that's in is unclear. I've often found that Germany gets taken out by the Juggernaut well before Italy takes its dying breath, but that can be different depending on what else is going on. That is, however, part of why Russia tends to be a bigger beneficiary of the Juggernaut Alliance than Turkey. Italy's position frequently just ends up being more defensible, with the Ionian Sea as a bottleneck that can sometimes slow Turkey down for years, while Germany doesn't have any similar barriers to attack. In short, I think the Juggernaut is a powerful and effective alliance, but it usually benefits Russia more than anybody else, unless England and Germany attack Russia early, and of course, with good play by Italy and Austria, it can be significantly slowed down or even defeated. I don't think it's necessarily the best play for Turkey to participate in the Juggernaut, but as Turkey, I'm always open to it. And as Russia, I think it's wise to try to make it happen. I hope you've enjoyed this strategic overview and found it to be of some value. If so, I hope you'll like, subscribe, and check out more FloridaMan diplomacy videos. Until next time, FloridaMan out.